What's going on, everybody? I'm Byron Watson, also known as Coach Life Pro, and I'm here. Want to take some time out to share with you what I do and how I am able to add positive value to the lives of others. You know, in this oversaturated market of noise and just trying to be heard in this market, it's really important that you really be crystal clear in what you're trying to share with the marketplace. And so I help medical assistant students become confident and prepared to pass their certification exams. All right, so what I do, again, being crystal clear, I help medical assistant students prepare for their certification exams so they can pass it the first time, so they can increase the chances of passing that certification exam the first time, as well as putting that resume on, that certification on their resume, so they can go out and successfully interview for a position, so they can take care of their family, move out of their parents' home possibly, so they can move closer into the middle class, and move closer to turn their dreams into reality. You know, I've been in this space of teaching medical assistant students for 5 years now, and I've come across some of the challenges the students are facing. And before I go into some of those challenges, let me just share some of mine. You know, when I was growing up, I really was not the best student per se. I was smart, I was well read, I was able to say my words fairly well. But what I noticed and what was challenging was, especially in the 5th grade, when my mom, when I moved 3 different times. I was in 3 different schools in my 5th grade year, and so I understand the challenges that life has on a young person when it comes to learning the foundations of getting material, having the foundations of studying, right? Studying properly with an organized fashion to get the results that's needed to become confident in the abilities that we can learn. So fast forward many years later, I am an adult educator. I am striving to produce the best adult learning programs in the Chicagoland area. I am looking to add positive value to the lives of others individually, families, communities, and organizations through coaching, training, and development. Right. So some of the challenges that I've learned from the students that I've taught over these 5 years is that some of them are not confident in their abilities of learning. But now also what I've learned, another challenge is the fact of they feel that what they've done in the past, 1, has helped them, or 2, does not help them. But here's the rub with that though. A lot of us go back to what we are most comfortable doing, regardless if it does produce the results that we're going for. So what I've learned in this space of teaching these adult learners is that even though they were unsuccessful sometimes in their past learning experiences, but they still hold on to those particular ways of learning. And so what I do is help people identify their strengths and their weaknesses. I help people identify their learning style so they can operate in their most efficient way possible, in their most efficient domain. Say for instance, if they're a visual learner, guess what? I want to put those students in a position where they can learn visually, where they can see the pictures, where they can see myself teaching in a lecture, online as well. So some of the challenges that some of these adult learners have is just overcoming their past failures when it's coming to learning. And so what I've come to learn is, if I'm able, and I've done this a few times successfully, what I've done is lay out a system that the students are able to manage. Okay, because when they're able to manage a system that they're able to manage, it takes away the guesswork. It actually produces confidence because now they have a credible source of study that's going to help them with their organized way, step-by-step way of organized way of developing their competence in the material that they're learning. When you're able to be confident in your competence level, then of course then your confidence level grows in those particular areas. Okay, so how did I find this solution to overcome those challenges of adult learners not really being confident in the way they learn and overcoming challenges that's coming to them? Well, myself personally, I was not, I say I was not the best student growing up, but what I learned that I was good at was overcoming challenges. What I learned that I was good at was analyzing a way to get from point A to point B to point C to get to the ultimate destination, and that's almost like I was reverse engineering these ways so I can accomplish something. The late great Stephen Covey would say, end in the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind, okay, and then work your way backwards. And so that's what I would do in my goal setting, okay, working out for football and high school years, and working in college when I decide to go back to college to get my degree as an adult. So the solution that I've come up with is trial and error based on what I had to overcome with, which was organization, focus, and prioritization, because those three particular items really were the key to the success of coming up with this solution. Okay, now because the thing is, today in 2014, the old world way of learning and delivering information to people, to students, is not really working anymore. Since the Berlin Wall has come down, information has just been free. Right now, YouTube, you can go to YouTube or just Google whatever you want to learn, and chances are you're gonna find something. Okay, so the old way of learning is in the classroom. A stale Ben Stein particular type of lecture is not really working anymore. So in today's new world of learning, 21st century learning with the flipped classrooms and blended learning and all the technology, is we have to make the information available so the learners can get the information that they feel is necessary at that point in time of their journey to get to where they need to go. Okay, in my classes I ask students to write down some obstacles that they may face in a particular module that I am teaching them. I call it a learning expectations paper. I want them to explain to me what they want to learn, what excites them about the class, and any challenges that they foresee. Okay, because see, when we are able to identify any obstacles that are in their way, we are better prepared to manage those particular obstacles. Okay, and so with adult learners, it's also equipping them to be able to forecast some challenges that's coming in their way and giving them the tools and the resources that they can be successful. Okay, so what I've developed in the course of over these 5 years is a systematic way to help adult learners, medical assistants, students that have not, learners that have not been in school for a while, people that are ready to get back into school so they can begin their next chapter and accomplishing their goals that they've had. You know, adding a new certification because they've been downsized, right? So they're going to add a certification to their resume so they can enter back into the workforce. So what I've come up with is a systematic approach of how to go in the textbook and review each chapter, a systematic way of how to, one, prepare for the lecture. Okay, with adult learners, they are already aware of a lot of knowledge coming into a classroom. So when we prepare for a particular class, it really helps the learner in the classroom, because now the material is going to be slowed down. when the instructor, the lecturer is going to be teaching the material, because we're going to be prepared. It's not going to be the first time hearing this material. It's not going to be so foreign. Okay, we have already reviewed the material and identified some of the words, okay, some of the context that that we're going to be going over, as well as we reflected, as well as we have written down some questions that we can ask the teacher, the instructor, the lecturer, the subject matter expert or facilitator, to help us understand this a little bit better. And let me tell you, a lot of times the facilitator and instructors really love it when you're able to write down your questions and give them to them so they can tailor fit the message to the audience. It's really helpful. Okay, the next thing is one is developing a system so you can review this material, okay, for maximum recall. The second thing that I've done is go over, give you a systematic approach of how to review the textbook in each chapter, okay, as well as preparing for your lecture, reviewing the feedback that you've gotten. Okay, you have to produce results, you have to review the results, so we get to identify the areas that we need more improvement in, okay, as well as identify the areas of strength, okay, because once we produce results, review those results, then we're able to know where we should spend the majority of our time in. As an example, we know 2 + 2 = 4. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that because we know it. It's not a huge return of investment. That's actually not going to be, it's going to be no return of investment because we already know that. We need to spend our time in the areas where we don't understand as well. Okay, so that's one second particular thing there is producing the results and reviewing that feedback. Okay, and then the third thing is understanding the power of preparation, understanding the power of feedback as well as reflection. See, today we have to download the material that we're going to be going over, okay, and then we have to take time to let the material soak in, okay, so we can reflect, so we can organize it in a way that we can file it away, so we can recall it when it's need be for our particular type of certification exam. Okay, I am Byron Watson, also known as Coach Life Pro. I created Life Pro Benefits Group, a training and development firm designed to have a community of like-minded people so we can encourage and equip other people to take intentional steps day by day, okay, to turn our dreams into reality. I am here to let you know that just simply by deciding, committing, and you will succeed. Just decide, commit, succeed, and make sure that each and every step that you take is closer to what your ultimate destination is. I'm Byron Watson, also known as Coach Life Pro. Please subscribe to my blog so you can stay get tips, important tips on how to successfully pass your certification exams, as well as just tips on how to win in life. I'm a performance improvement specialist. I've been called and chosen to add positive value to the lives of others, and I am honored to be able to serve and add positive value to your life as well. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you.